Good morning, everyone. How are you doing today? My name is Michelle Chiam, and welcome back to another amazing session of Michelle Chiam's Tarot. Now, my voice is kind of hoarse this morning because as I woke up this morning, I woke up thinking about my life. And I woke up thinking about what I'm trying to manifest, which is real love, healthy love, my forever person. I woke up, I evaluated my life over the last couple of years. And I also evaluated my life from when I began to date and have sex. And so I'm on my self-healing journey. I'm learning to love myself. I'm learning to appreciate the good things about me and my flaws. And so I started thinking about every man I dealt with, including the man that I married. He lives in New Jersey. And so the man that I married, I thought was my twin flame. I opened up to him. I gave him my heart, my mind, and my soul. When I married him, I didn't know who I was at the time, okay? I knew that I was special, okay? But I didn't understand that God had given me these amazing gifts, right? And so I began to discover these things when I moved down to North Carolina, Whiteville, in 2015. Okay, no, 2016, March of 2016, right? And so I call him my ex-husband. Even though we're separated, we haven't even got a divorce yet because I have to pay for it. So I'm waiting to get the finances that I need to divorce him because I now know he is not my forever person. See, I have grew a lot, okay? And so, when I was with this man, I opened up to him. I showed him all of me, right? Even the things about my body that I really did not love and embrace. And so, when I showed him these things about my body that I didn't love and embrace, I thought that he was accepting of me and loving me unconditionally, right? But that was the trick of the enemy, okay? And so, like I said before, all the men that I've dated, right? I began to see that they all had a pattern. They were cheating on me. They were lying to me. They all tried to break my self-esteem and make me feel like I was less than. Like I was the ugliest girl in the world, right? But we know that's a lie, you know what I'm saying? And these men that came into my life were weak. Weak as hell. Like, these were the type of men, like, I'll give you a story. One day, I was in New Jersey. I had to take my kids to school this particular day. Now, I was still with my husband. And my ex-husband, because he's not no longer my husband. I divorced him in the spirit. All I got to do is get the money and divorce him in the physical, which I'm going to do. Because I have a real king out here. And he's all the man that I need, like Whitney Houston has spoken. Okay? So, my ex-husband was weak. You know what I'm saying? He was strong when it came to trying to control me, trying to break my spirit, trying to manipulate me and use me and abuse me, right? But he was also weak. He would cheat on me with people around me, with women around me, right? And these women would often brag that they had my husband, right? They would brag about where they had sex at and how they did it. And then I caught some of them, right, face to face. And they wanted to fight me. They were being whores Jezebels, but they wanted to fight me. Okay? And so this particular day, I took my kid to school one day, and there was a young lady that me and her, we got into it. We was cool at one point, but then we got into it. Because when I was home, my husband came back. No, he had took the kids to school, okay? And he came back to my apartment. And so he started talking about how this lady was talking about him and all that. So my little self got up, my crazy butt put a knife in the bag. And I got up and I went to the bus stop. It was a man there that was talking slick too. And he pissed me off. And so did the woman piss me off, right? And then there was rumors that this same woman that I was getting ready to get in a fight with slept with my ex-husband, right? And so when I came there, I didn't realize I had angels all around me, right? I didn't realize my power. But then I argued with these people and I cussed them down. And I said, if you think you're going to put your hands on my husband, you better think again. I'm yay high. I'm literally a midget, y'all. And these people taller than me. And they were scared of me, right? Right then and there, I didn't understand my power. I didn't understand my beauty then. But that was one sign right there. These people can literally flick me because I'm that little and I fly across the other side of the world, right? They can literally pick me up and toss me somewhere. But they were scared of little old me and I didn't understand it. And so I got up this morning thinking about all the men that I've dated, right? And my heart is closed right now. I'm not going to lie. I want love. I want healthy love. I want real love. I really, really do. I want a man that is spiritual. I want a man that knows how to make love to my soul. There was a man one time when I came down here. And I was down here in March of 2016. And I was single and I was celibate for a couple of years. And then one day I got up and I was going to walk to the store. And when I got walking to the store, when I got to the corner of my street, I paused and I froze. And I started to have a panic attack. I thought, I ain't going to never have sex again. I ain't going to never be with a man again. And because I ain't been with a man for so long, I was celibate, trying to do the right thing. And so then God said, okay, you want to have a little fun? Go ahead. So I met this young guy, and I sat there, and I texted him on Facebook. I was like, do you have any friends my age who I could have some fun with, right? And he said, no, but you could try me. And he was young too, right? So I was like, isn't that like robbing the cradle? He was still a grown man, but he was young, right? And he said, I said, isn't that like robbing the cradle? And he said, age ain't nothing but a number, right? And so what did I do? I wound up having a sexual relationship with him. And so the experience that I had with him was mesmerizing. And so the first time I laid down with him, it wasn't nothing. I was dry. I couldn't do nothing, But the second night I laid down with this man, he literally snatched my breath. And I couldn't do nothing but lay there and just move. I couldn't moan. I couldn't say nothing. It was like we had a spiritual connection. And it's like we was in outer space somewhere. And that's the type of love that I want to make. I want a man that's going to reach my soul. And while they're making love to me, I want them to talk to me telepathically. Telepathic connections are real. I've experienced them, right? And so I woke up this morning and I started thinking about all the men I was dating. And I said, they all was a piece of shit. They broke my heart. Each and every one of them tried to make me feel like I was nothing. I was the ugliest person in the world. I was the weakest person in the world. And that's only because they had low self-esteem themselves. And because I had low self-esteem, I attracted these low self-esteem people to me. And so I started crying because I felt like every last one of them broke my heart. And so I also started crying because I'm like, damn, these people, these men really fucked me up to where I really closed my heart completely from all men. And yeah, I started saying, I hate men. I kept saying that. But I know I don't love them. I don't hate men. I love them. But it's just that I don't like low vibrational men. And so I began to get this idea in my head in which I wanted to break, no, I want to help all those who are single, all those who are in toxic relationships to attract their twin flame and forever person. And so I thought that God was saying, well, do the readings and teach them how to do it. Do the readings. Okay? But then I started thinking about something else. Like when I was in the church, I became a worshiper, right? And that is something that broke barriers for me, right? And so I know my power and the power that I possess, right? And I know who I am now because I'm on my self-healing journey and I love myself and I'm not allowing no one in this season to make me second guess myself or to make me belittle myself. So I began to sit here and think. A couple of years ago, I was thrown in the psych ward, right? And one of the reasons why I was thrown in the psych ward was because of my gift. The gifts that God given me. And one of my family members tried to throw me in the psych ward maybe 2 years ago. Because they tried to snitch on me and said, oh, she's going around saying she's a prophet, she's a psychic, right? And so they tried to use that and label me as bipolar schizophrenic. But at this particular hospital, because I talk so intelligent and so profound, I don't know what a bipolar schizophrenic person is supposed to sound like, but evidently I don't sound like that. Or I don't have episodes anymore because I'm not bipolar or schizophrenic, right? But there are people who are labeling me as that, right? But I was thrown in the psych ward because of the gifts that God gave me and where God is getting ready to take me. The world is getting ready to be shocked by Keisha Michelle Haynes and the God that she serves. And you ain't got to believe me, just watch me. Just watch me, baby. And there are many of you who are chosen, who the world is getting ready to watch and be mesmerized. There have been many people who have been blocking you, literally, because there are people who know who your twin flame is. And you sit here guessing, who the hell is this person? There are people who literally know who this person is and you don't. Your intuition is telling you. It's telling you. But you're like, you don't see no signs or anything. Right? And so these people know this person, so they try to block you and them, right? And sometimes people have done these things to you because they know the blessings that God has for you. They literally know how much money you will get. They literally know that you're going to get houses and cars. They literally know that you're supposed to be a celebrity or be in the public eye. They literally know who your forever person is. So what do? They set traps for you. They try to block you in every way. And many have tried to block me over the years. They threw me in the freaking psych ward in South Carolina. My family, some of my family members. And Whiteville, North Carolina threw me in the psych ward. Yes, instead of investigating and talking to me, oh, she's crazy. People see me in Whiteville, North Carolina. I would go to the park and I would sit in the park and I would sing and I would worship. I'm singing gospel songs that I learned at the church in New Jersey, right? I learned worship songs from some amazing, marvelous people who are chosen, like this lady named Toby Carson. Oh my God, that's my baby, that's my heart. Taya Wilson, oh God, that's my baby, that's my heart. Prince Cedric, he knows who he is. Dang, I forgot his last name. But anyway, it's so many people. You got uh, Keela, Deacon Keela, that's Keela, she knows she is, that's my baby. We got people like Sister Arlene Benson. These are the chosen people of God. It's so many people that I can tell you. But they're in the church. I had to come out of the church. But when I was down here, and a couple of years ago I fell sick, had to go to the psych ward because I fell into depression, right? And so when I came out the psych ward the first time, I would go to the park, right? And I would sit there and I would worship, singing worship songs to God. And I had created this world within me where I was missing some of my loved ones, like a pastor named Ronald B. Christian, who was the pastor of Christian Love Baptist Church for 15 years, right? And so, I was missing him. I was missing my Aunt Lindy Brooks, who I felt like she loved me and adored me. I was missing Eloise Powell and Henry Lee Powell, which was my sister, Lynette Haynes' godparents, right? And so it was just a couple of people that I was missing. And because the people around me didn't understand me, I closed myself up in this world, right? Because all my life, everybody been hurting me, using me, breaking my self-esteem. In high school, I didn't have too many friends. But I did have a girlfriend named Sherelle Jacobs, who became my best friend. A girl named Markeisha Higgins, who was my best friend. I mean, we don't hang out now, and I wish that we would. And hopefully, where God is getting ready to take me, where I know that I'm getting ready to be blessed, and I'm getting ready to be a wealthy woman. I know that because God showed it to me. I'm getting ready to have a car. God showed it to me. I'm getting ready to get a king who is a warrior. And this man is a spiritualist. He got some hidden powers, and it's going to shock the world. We are going to be a power couple. And I've been telling people this. I might have mistaken like years ago with someone that I fell in love with, because their sex was amazing. And they manipulated me through their sex. So I began to start saying that me and that person was a power couple. But I might have been wrong. That might have been the wrong person, But I had to wait till my time and my season. And I know I'm rambling on, but I want you to know that sometimes God shows you things in the spirit. And there are many of you who are chosen right now, who whatever God showed you in the spirit hasn't even came to pass yet, but it's getting ready to come to pass. Your enemies are getting ready to be dealt with. So many people blocked me all my life, especially when my psychic abilities and my prophetic abilities had woken up, and people knew that I wasn't crazy. How can you be crazy going to the park? And I was by myself, right? And I was sitting in the park just dancing and worshiping God, singing worship songs. And these people heard me, but they saw me walking around Whiteville just singing and worshiping and singing, and they laughed at me. They really did. They laughed at me. One time I went to the hospital. And when I went to the hospital, the first doctor that ever was assigned to me to send me to the psych ward, right? He was talking to me, and he was, making fun of me. And so he knew that I was singing, right? And I was singing songs of worship. Maybe he didn't understand it or whatever, but he knew I was singing. And people didn't understand that I was singing out loud and worshiping, because that's what I was taught by Reverend Ronald B. Christian. And I was broken at the time. I was depressed at the time because some stuff happened to me. So what did I do? I went into a world of worship out loud, not knowing that I had enemies all around me, right? And so they sent me to the hospital, right? And so at the end of this doctor evaluating me, this doctor writes whatever he writes, right? And then he goes and get ready to walk out the room and he says, you know what? You can keep singing. Sing as loud as you want. These people in Whitefield laughed at me. They mocked me. And you know what? Every evil intention and everything they ever done to me, I send it back to the center and it shall overtake them and overpower them. And then I've been in a season where I've been wanting my twin flame, right? And I didn't realize what was going on. Ever since the year that I wanted to stop being celibate and I decided to get in a sexual relationship with this young man, after me and this young man stopped dealing with each other, it's like men were coming after me out of woodwork, even till now. And even now, I left these toxic people alone. But they want to chase me because they want to have sex with me. And for some reason, they have a hidden agenda. But they don't want to be in a relationship with me, right? And so I've been going to cry because I'm like, oh my gosh, men always want a good woman, right? They want a wife. They want wifey material. But when God sends them wifey material, they don't want them. Why? Because that wifey material don't look like what you thought it should look like. We have a lot of shallow people in this world. Too damn shallow. Too damn shallow. And that's one of the reasons why I said many of y'all don't know who God is and what God looks like. Y'all in religion worshiping this God. But you got God right in your face and don't even understand it. God dwells on the inside of us. You got to understand that God dwells on the inside of us. God is not on the outside of us. Okay? And you get it. Later on you get it. So what I'm trying to say is I'm here to try to teach those who are willing to listen. In order for you to manifest anything, you got to be a worshiper. You got to declare and decree when you worship. You can be a worshiper through instruments. You can be a worshiper through singing. You can be a worshiper through dancing. But what you need to know is why you doing the dancing and why you worshiping, why you playing the instrument. To manifest, you got to call out your heart's desires, right? And I started sitting there. I went outside this morning, outside of my home, right? And I had the sun to shine on me, right? And then I started singing this song. I am blessed and highly favored. I'm blessed and highly favored. I'm blessed and highly favored. Everything that belongs to me is mine. I'm blessed and highly favored. I'm blessed and highly favored. I'm blessed and highly favored. Everything that belongs to me is mine. You tried to block me, but I send it back to thee. Every curse that you put over me, it shall overtake thee. I'm blessed and highly favored. I'm blessed and highly favored. I'm blessed and highly favored. And no devil can block me. What God has for me, it is for me. I'm blessed and highly favored. I'm blessed and highly favored. I'm blessed and highly favored. And none of my enemies shall block me. This is my season. This is my season. And everything that was stolen from me is coming to overtake me. I'm blessed and highly favored. I'm blessed and highly favored. I'm blessed and highly favored. And nobody will stop me. And nobody can block me. And this is my season. And this is my season. Keisha Hayes is blessed and highly favored. And my enemies knew, that's why they blocked me. But I'm still blessed and highly favored. And everything you did to me shall overtake thee and be sent back to thee. And that's how you manifest. When you worship, you call out the desires of your heart. And then you send back to the center everything that your enemies have ever tried to do to block you. You got to call your enemies out and do not be afraid. Many of them want you to be afraid. Many of them have been following you all your life. And there are some of you in religion that don't believe in psychics. But you're getting ready to see something in me where God is getting ready to open your mind. Don't be so closed-minded. I promise you, you're going to have a whole new meaning of who God is. I promise you. You're going to have a whole new meaning of what a prophet is. I promise you. Just keep watching me. This is my season. And you got to call out the enemy and what they done to you. Whiteville, North Carolina. There are some people trying to block me. They knew who I was. And I remember one day, a couple of years ago, I was walking from my mama's house to the store. And this lady, I didn't know who the hell she was. But it seemed like she was an angel. I never seen her no more. And so she walked with me. And she said, you know what, you ain't crazy. Everybody in Whiteville called me crazy. Everybody. Maybe a couple of them didn't. But y'all know I ain't crazy. And y'all getting ready to see some things. And I promise you, everything that anybody ever done to me knew that I was worshiping God. My God. Knew that I was singing praise and worship. And threw me in the psych ward. Everybody that ever used me, all these men in Whiteville, I don't want none of them. You know why? Because they're not high vibrational men. And they're not spiritual. But they want to chase me. Don't even know why they want me. Don't even know. They want to be in my energy. But guess what? I'm special. I'm divine. I raise my high vibration. I love myself. And I ain't gonna let no man ever break my spirit. And I'm waiting on my king. And no, I don't want to lay down with none of them low vibrational men. You women who got low self-esteem, you better pick yourself up. And you better look yourself in the mirror. And you better encourage yourself. Yes, you are gorgeous. And you men too, yes, you are handsome. And yes, you shall get someone to love you. If I had all these men to follow me and want to have sex with me, and I had a man to want to marry me, even though he wasn't the one, he was toxic and everything, I'm going to get another husband. But this time it's going to be the right king. I promise you. I'm going to take everything back the enemy stole from me. And no, my enemy is not. They're not a spirit. You understand? They're not a spirit. They're human beings. There are people who lied on me, who scandalized my name. They labeled me everything but a child of God. But I'm blessed and highly favored. I'm blessed and highly favored. I'm blessed and highly favored. And no devil will block me. This is my season, and you will see. This is my season, and you will see. I'm blessed and highly favored, and no, you will never block me. I'm blessed and highly favored. And so I just came on here to let you know this is how you manifest. And yeah, people gonna look at me like I'm crazy. I don't care. Because I know what God is getting ready to do for me. I know God is getting ready to bless me. And there are many of you who God is getting ready to take up out of your situation and turn your life around 180 degrees. And it's going to be mesmerizing. And they about to put you around. You're going to be publicly known like a celebrity. Everybody that ever doubted you is going to regret it. And people who have tried to curse you and block you, everything they did to try to block you and curse you, I declare and decree it's getting ready to happen to them. Many wanted to see the chosen ones homeless. They're getting ready to be homeless. Sorry. I know y'all get tired of me saying these declarations. Like, when's you gonna stop saying this stuff and cursing people? Y'all ain't stop messing with the chosen people of God. Y'all thought it was funny laughing at them. Guess who came ready to have the last laugh? The chosen people. The divine masculines and the divine feminine. And look, many are called, but few are chosen. So everybody ain't chosen, boo-boo. But everything that you have done, if you know in your heart of hearts that you've done things to hold someone back that you knew was kind-hearted, that you knew wasn't bothering nobody, that you knew was a giver, that you knew was a lover, that you knew was a prayer warrior, that you knew believed in the Almighty higher up God, Jehovah Jireh, that's what they call him. My provider. What else? He's Jehovah Nisi, Jehovah Rophe. He's everything to me. They are everything to me. This is the God that I serve. Y'all getting ready to see who God truly is. You getting ready to see it. We have angels all around us, chosen people of God. And I just wanted to come up here to let you know that's how you manifest. So when you playing your guitar in the house, make sure you play your music and sing. Even if you don't know how to sing, you sing off key, you sing the desires of your heart. And then you declare and decree and be like, I declare and decree I'm wealthy. I declare and decree I'm wealthy. I declare and decree I have so much money. Why? Because God has favored me. Why? Because God has favored me. Why? Because God has favored me. That's what you do. Okay. Yes, I know y'all worship God, yeah. But you got to understand God is on the inside of you, okay? And God knows that you love them. So it ain't going to hurt you every once in a while to take a break from worshiping God and manifest what you truly want, the desires of your heart. I'm not telling you to stop worshiping God because I still worship this God every day. But when you worship this God, make sure that you're manifesting the desires of your heart. Too many of y'all been blocked in this season. It's time to stop being blocked. It's time. And the enemy knows their time is up. And many of y'all don't even understand what that means. It's many of y'all that's supposed to be a celebrity. And there's people that been doing spell work, witchcraft, and all this voodoo and shit on y'all. Like Toby Christ said, it's supposed to be worldwide known, but people been blocking her. People, she got haters in the religion. People that have been close to her. They got close to this lady just to block her. Taya Wilson is supposed to be a celebrity. Y'all ain't supposed to just be in the church. Y'all supposed to be traveling the world, sharing your gifts. You are a celebrity, but you're being blocked. But you will see what I'm talking about. I love y'all so much. I gotta go. I just wanted to give that message. And yes, all over the place. But guess what? Keep watching Little Keisha, Michelle Chaya, and see what God does in my life. And I promise you, everybody that ever talked about me and blocked me, everything you ever done to me is getting ready to overtake you. And I send it back to your families. If you ever wish death on me, woe unto you. If you ever put me in the psych ward and knew I wasn't doing nothing but worshiping God and trying to love God, woe unto you. And I'm not here to bully you. I'm not. Y'all bully me. I say this out of love. But I'm saying this because nobody ain't gonna block me no more. All the chosen people of God. I'm standing in my power now. And I know who I am. And too many people coming. They still try to block me. But it's over with. It's over. Everybody getting ready to see things turn upside down. And there going to be some people going to question, who is God? Who is the real living God? You don't believe me? Keep on watching. I got haters watching my videos. I got women jealous of me here in Whiteville. What the hell you jealous of me for? The same way I can do this, you can too. You have gifts too. You have beauty too. Stop being lazy and use it, you Looney Tune. Take your eyes off of me. Take your eyes off the men and heal yourself. Love yourself. And stop allowing these men to keep coming in there, having sex with you and using you and abusing you. Yeah, I know you want love. I know some of y'all in love with these men. But let me tell you something. If they can't respect you, be loyal to you, keep cheating on you, lying to you, stealing from you, they is not the ones sent by God. When you gonna wake up? Duh. And there's some men who need to start letting these women use them too. A lot of people know who you are spiritually. And that's why they blocking you. And you got people who have prophetic gifts or psychic abilities, you know. And they don't look into your life. And they've been blocking you all your life. If you low vibrational, please come up. Because you get ready to miss a marvelous season. You know how they say the 144,000 in the Bible? That's getting ready to come to pass. Yes, that's getting ready to come to pass. Yes, it's getting ready to come to pass. Yes, if you don't believe, keep watching me. If you don't believe, keep watching God. If you don't believe, you soon will see that it is time for change. And yes, some of them notes done switched up and out, but I don't care. I manifested the desires of my heart. And if I can do it, so can you. But you got to raise your vibration. I got to go. I was all over the place. I had to get this word out. I have a king out there. And he's coming for me. And this is for all the men that use me. I forgive you. But you get ready to be cursed. because you took advantage of a good woman. There's a lot of men here that took advantage of a good woman. Still in relationships taking advantage of good men and women. And y'all people, I declare and decree, are going to forever be searching for love and ain't never going to find it. Because why? God gave you true love and you took it for granted. You ripped that true love apart and you didn't value it and appreciate it. Why? Because it wasn't the type of fun you thought that you was looking for. They didn't look like you wanted them to look like. They didn't have the supermodel bottle that you wanted them to have, or whatever, y'all low vibrational beings. But guess what? You get ready to miss out because the ones that were overlooked, boo boo, we're gonna be like this. Now you see me, now you don't. And before you know it, we're gonna disappear to another world. Another world. And I mean a world of success, a world of joy, a world of true peace. They're going to be placed around people who truly love them and value them and who love them unconditionally. No more fake people. I got a lot of people that tell me right now they love me and they fake. And they a liar. A lot of people you done counted out is getting ready to be worldwide known. You don't believe me? Just keep watching. Alright, I gotta go. This video is long. I love you. But women and men, if you know you chose it, stand in your power. Because this is the season where God is getting ready to lift you up above many nations and above many men. And y'all gonna be shocked who's chosen. And y'all gonna be scared too. Many of y'all scared and your spirit don't even understand why. Because there's a move of God that's happening right now. That's happening right now. Many of y'all confessing y'all sins. Y'all confessing y'all sins. Y'all been doing dirty for so long and confessing your sins. Yeah, confess your sins. But also take a seat. Because karma getting ready to come. I'm just saying the truth because you did this stuff to people over and over again. And now y'all want to don't get scared. Don't get scared. Many of y'all had the opportunity to bless someone. You had it. I was going to a church here in Whiteville. There was a white lady here in Whiteville who, she was on drugs, but she still was a human being. She would go by the church and she would sit there and beg for money. These people would get in their car. They little nice luxury cars. They had money and they wouldn't even give her not a dime. And I went in my pocket and gave her $20. Religion. Religious folks. I can't stand them. I only like those who have the heart of God. But I can't stand religious folks. Because y'all, some of y'all think y'all better than we are. You're the poor. Let me go. I love you. You're blessed and highly favored. It's your time. Come on and walk in it. You're blessed and highly favored. And this is your season. Don't you stand back, you stand tall, and let the world know who you are. You're blessed and highly favored, and nobody's gonna block you, not this time. Until next time, I love you. Stay blessed and highly favored.